Shows up missing. I'ma be the one that knows my mission. You gon' be the one with no ambition. I'ma make you take it all back. You ain't never gonna get me, man, I'm too fast. Call me the juice, that 40-yard dash. Always look forward, no, never look back. I just spit the truth, better listen to my facts. Get me up in the booth and I put them on a blast. When I spit the truth, they all listen to the facts. Got nothing to lose, so I put them in the bed. That's what I do, hard work, always lasts. And the pain's not a neck.
I needed something, someone to trust in, yeah. I needed something to get me through this life. Never saw you coming, and now we're just running, yeah. You make me feel nothing when we're driving through the night. And I've been looking all around at the places you and I were seeing so many different faces. We're just cruising right on through this life with the playlist, and everything is right. Never really thought I would make it. Found someone who I don't think I'll ever replace. And I'm empty in my heart, so you can just take it. I'm living my best life.